Hello everyone. So I want to talk about hacking Jira. I mean, not really in a negative way. Basically, when it comes to doing extreme customizations that involves modifying the velocity file or inserting some code, JavaScript code somewhere, or maybe uh, modifying something that will change the behavior of the application, basically by modifying the code somewhere. So there are ways to do it. And when I started my journey with Jira, I used to, of course, modify the velocity files a lot, and I used to keep track of those changes. At the same time, I also used to write some small plugins, and around that time, Script Runner for Jira came, which was a free app, which is not really a free app now, unfortunately. And back then, I also used to insert JavaScript code in the announcement banner, and also used to insert this code to modify some things on the UI. So basically, the whole idea was to make it work, to support the use case, and of course, it was based on what teams are trying to do with the tool. And that is actually, in a way, good or bad thing. When I started deploying Jira uh, in a company where I used to work, a telecom company, they were using legacy-based tools, basically tools that were there in the industry for a long time, like since 90s. And when Jira came, everyone knew that yes, Jira can be customized. And I also knew, because I was someone who was deploying it, rolling out for teams. I knew that yes, Jira can be customized. So let us do that. And I think it is fine in the beginning. You need to do these things. You do these things because you have to solve problems. And of course, I loved Jira for not only the customizations aspect, but also because I was able to do those wonderful things. Now the thing is, and by the way, you won't believe, in fact, in my first book, I have mentioned how to modify velocity files, how to add JavaScript code, because to be honest, nowadays it is not really considered good thing, but back then it was actually quite normal. And that is why I also mentioned this in my book. And by the way, my book is Mastering Jira, was based on basically my experiences of customizing Jira and deploying Jira for various use cases. And I thought, okay, I think it should make sense if I include a chapter on how to modify uh, velocity files and JavaScript, and of course, doing small uh, configurations. And I think I did mention in my book a chapter on plugin development. I'm quite sure I did. To be honest, I haven't really read my own book, but the thing is that nowadays, if you do these changes, I mean, good thing is for you, for new Jira admins, or if you're watching this video, if you're new to Jira customizations, especially on data center, now you know what is good, what is bad, and over the years, people have shared their experiences, and Atlassian has also shared and their not only their recommendations or best practices, but they also say that don't do this. For example, don't really modify these files, otherwise you will lose the guarantee or warranty, whatever it is called as. For example, in the band, like if you look at Jira, there's a footer. You're not really supposed to remove the footer, even if I know that you're paying for it, but you need to keep it. And of course, when you do these changes, every time you do an upgrade, it is a big pain to make sure those changes are restored. And I used to basically test those changes in the velocity files. Usually when you modify a velocity file, you can't really expect the same file to work in newer version of Jira. But these days, don't do it at all. There is no reason to do it. There are ways. There are other ways to customize Jira, and always consult with someone like me, for example, or any other consultant. And also, I know many people modify the database. Of course, you might be a great database administrator. You might have read or referred to the Jira database schema, but you should not modify database unless there is something wrong. Sometimes you will find some scripts or some queries on Atlassian website to basically fix something, and you have to do it. I have done it. I still do it, where I might need to remove the references from a particular table because some plugin was installed 3 years ago, and after removing the plugin, the reference in a particular table was not removed. So it is sometimes okay, and only do it if you know what you're doing. If you have done it before, if you know for sure it won't really break anything, and of course take backups and test it on some dev or staging environment. But in 2023, Jira 9 point something, I don't know what exactly is the version these days, but the exact latest version, but you have absolutely no reason to do these changes or extreme customizations or hack Jira. And I thought I'll probably make a video on this topic, because I mean, from time to time I do talk about these things, but I think it is very important that I talk about it regularly. Maybe every 6 months I should probably make a video just to remind you. And if you are using Jira Cloud, which is most likely the case for many people, you are in a way safe, because Atlassian is taking care of your Jira instance. They take care of the infrastructure. They will make sure that Jira is running fine. If you forget about what happened last year in March, but Jira, of course, on cloud is carefree, at least for you admins. You just need to focus on the application and customizations and provisioning users, and making sure that you promote good practices, standards, and of course helping your customers, your end users with basically solving problems using the tool. So yeah, that is all I wanted to share and talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new. Thank you very much.